Hi, Pani Maria. Hi. Hi. Okay. Please write where you're from. I'm in Zaporizhia. There you. Oh, hi, Odessa. Hello. Okay. Today we will be talking about this topic. We will return, but I have a question for you. Please use Slido. You see, very easy to use. Just type in slido.com in any Google and enter this code. In your game, I ask you to use Slido today, as usual, as I have several questions for you to discuss. Yeah, okay, let's see. Okay, we have a lot of people today with us and from different places. Ukraine, Kherson, Mykolaiv, Kryvyi Rih. Hi, neighbors. Nizhyn, Stray. Hi, Dnipro. Yeah, usually Dnipro is one of the leaders of our slide board. Yeah. But today I see we have other places, yes, like Chernigov. Hi, Zaporizhia. I've been recently to two webinars with Zaporizhian teachers, and it's a pleasure to speak with locals and share ideas. Okay, Bucha, hi, Smil, Odessa, Kyiv, Mykolaiv region. Hi, more, please. Join. We will give you a second. If it's the first time you're here for NGL Webinar for Ukraine, my name is Irina Malarova. I'm an LT consultant of Linguist Company, senior LT consultant, and also I'm a proud representative of National Geographic Learning in Ukraine. So we will be talking about our approach to life, bringing the world to the classroom and classroom to life. That's why I hope you will enjoy it. I know right now it's hard to find something enjoyable in everyday tasks, but I believe the such meetings are a really good inspiration for each other. Yeah, and also a boost of motivation and also mood boost, as it helps to understand that we are not alone right now. Yes, we are gathered as the teaching community. And I need to mention that today with us, not only I, but also my colleague, maybe you know her. Do you know Victoria Kolesnik? Put pluses or minuses for me to see. How well do you know Victoria? Oh, okay. I see we have some people who are new. With us, and also I see some names that I can already recognize. Hi, everyone. Yes, Victoria will be responsible for the chat today. And she will pay attention to questions that you would leave, if you have any. And obviously, she will be helping me today. But also, I need to mention that Victoria soon will be having her webinar, and there I will be a moderator. So stay tuned, and let's see each other there too. So I see people adding. Let's give it a second. Yes, let's take a look at our leaders. I see Kyiv is one of the leaders in the chat, and oh, Ternopil. It's like last minute, but one of the strong comments. Yes. Yeah. So Dnipro, Ternopil, and Kyiv are leaders for Slido. And in the chat, I see Khmelnytsky, Vinnytsia with us. Yes, and also Berdansk. Neighbors. My heart is with you. Ivano-Frankivsk, Lviv, Kyiv, Lutsk. Different places. I hope to see you soon in your places. Yes. And also other places in our country. You see why I'm showing you Slido? It's one of the elements how we can use gamification in our conversations with students too. So don't be shy to try it yourself. It's really interesting. It helps you to communicate ideas and also add bits of gamification to your lessons. And it's easy to use. You just take it and put it in any type of presentation. If you're interested, we will discuss today. Maybe we will create a guide for you how to use it. As you probably have seen, some of you, that we're using it often for our webinars. Sometimes I use it also for local webinars. So I find enjoyment in it. It helps me to transmit ideas quicker. It's easier to communicate offline and online with people. So why not? It's one of the excellent abilities that we are provided right now. Yeah. Okay, I want to return to other, if it's possible. Sorry. Yeah, to other topic. Stay tuned to the slide though. I have several questions prepared with it, so don't just close it up. Okay, today we're talking about gamification, and I need to mention that it's not me who have chosen this topic. I've given you freedom of choice, and you decided to talk today about gamification and language learning for teens. I know that this topic mostly discussed when we cover primary school, and I believe one of the main approaches right now to teaching in primary, it's through gamification. Yeah, they take advertisement, they take entertainment, they take education, they create educainment, and add a bit of a game components there. And then we have other gamification happening in primary school. Why today to talk about teens? I believe it's a really interesting topic, as I never seen people who would say that I'm too old to play games. They all play games. They just play different games. So let's make a quick checklist of very obvious questions. Let's start with it. I hope it will be a common ground for today's discussion. So let's do that. Should we use games with teenagers? Yes. Can it help us to motivate students to learn English? Yes. Yeah, obviously. Can games be the main source of learning? No. Games can help, but obviously no. Today we're talking about something that will be additional help to teacher. Yeah, something that we can use in lesson planning, but not element that we will take and use for whole lesson. Yes, if you give the whole lesson to only games, yeah, it will be only entertainment. So what we want education with you, education and entertainment. Sometimes then we see that our students need motivation, yeah, boost. That's why, yes, it's helpful. It can help us with adults too. Most of adults, when we're learning English and you show them some games, they're very motivated to try it, as in most games, we already understand mechanics, and in English, they not always understand other mechanics, how to learn language. That's why they go for something simpler games, even if it's English. That's why I believe elements of gamification. Highlight commerce, please join us. Gamification can be interesting approach to it. And I will ask you at the end about GPT chat. Bart, please tell me if you're interested in this topic. Maybe it's time to ask. It's time to discuss IE approach to learning. I know different opinions, very different. Yeah. Thank you, Tatiana. I also researching right now. It's thinking about maybe we should start talking, but I'm looking for more information and more try to build on my practice to understand what I can tell you about it, and how to help it to use not only just like general teacher. I want to it be helpful to Ukrainian teachers. So that's why we need to mention that we have our own peculiarities of teaching right now and also our challenges. Yeah. Okay. Before we start, your certificate of participation, I need to mention that it will be sent to you. Let's do our usual, our regulars. Please tell us then to expect certificates. I will give you options: 2 weeks, 2 years, 2 days. How long it will take you to receive your certificate? 2 weeks, 2 years, Okay, I've seen some of you have been to Yana webinar about 5 days. Yes, 2 days. Definitely not 2 weeks. Don't expect us to take so much time. We are learning, we're progressing. Yes, some of you know that I start to create certificates after the webinar. So please join me in the process. I see Victoria already given you a link. And you will be able to watch what is happening behind the scene when I'm generating certificates. So please come. But yes, obviously, if you busy teacher, and I believe most of you very busy people, so thank you for coming today and finding this hour to discuss gamification with me in 2 days. Then namely tomorrow. Yeah, but we are taking 2 working days, today and tomorrow, to send you certificates. I know we changed our usual day. That's why thank you for coming. I was in 2 minds to try Tuesday, as I'm more Thursday person to have big talks. I don't know why, just a habit probably. But thank you for coming. And yes, I usually tell you wait till Friday, but today I will tell you wait till Wednesday and we will send it to you. Okay, but don't forget that this certificate will provide you a program where you can check your certificate after many years. Yeah, and also if you need to show your certificates, please put them together as a pack. This your program. Also, I will leave you some useful information after this webinar there in the Google Disk for you to download or just check it. Yeah, some articles that I found interesting or some links. I believe today we will discuss about a lot of things. So some of them would be interesting, I hope. Okay, our agenda for today, we will start the usual. Probably I enjoy talking about basics. I'm more about starting with something basic and then grow my ideas, then just dive deep immediately in details and then return to the basics. So we will start with the basics. We will talk about the design of the lesson, there to include and what to include. Yeah, what elements of games we can use as teachers. Yeah, I hope not everything we will take from games. Some of them can be toxic a bit. We will talk about applications, and obviously we will have questions and answers. So very simplistic agenda for today also. But I hope it will be interesting to you. I'm more to discuss practice with you today than talk about some theory or ideas. Okay. I know that the best game creators, they are candid game players. So tell me, what games do you enjoy to play? What games? What's your favorite? Any type of game. Maybe you like role plays. Maybe you enjoy chess. No? Quizzes, grammar games. Okay, if it's not about lessons, what you enjoy? Hi, mobile games, board games. I'm talking about you. Let's shift other view from students to you right now. Yeah, we learned English. Also, some of you learned through games. So, okay, a lot of screaming in English and not only English. Yes, so grammar games. Okay, Kahoot, sports. Yes, we will discuss programs that we use. I see we have people who enjoy Kahoot. Okay, poker. Yeah, okay. Clash of Clans. Okay, Mafia, mobile games. You see, mime games, obviously. How it's called in Ukrainian? Crocodile, yeah? It's it's very funny game. Yeah. Word Wall. Okay. I thought you were talking about some MMO games and also like competitive games. I'm also that. I myself enjoy playing action games and also I prefer strategies. Yeah, and also building simulators. I play a lot. If you take a look at where I spend my money, Steam would be one of the socials taking my money from me. Also donations, but Steam also. So Domino. Okay, Alice. Oh, my friends enjoy playing Alice. I hate that game. I know it's very funny to play, but I always lose and they win. I hate Alice, but it's funny game. Okay, Bamboozle. Yes, it's a good platform that we can use. Search game. Yes, you develop a lot of skills. Yes, and why I'm talking about games? It's quickly helps us. Thank you, Evgenia, for saying cards and questions. Yes, thank you. Role games. Yes. It helps us to see how to develop our skills. Yes, maybe it will be only simulation of development. Yes, but we will see the progression, and it's very important for people to understand how to progress. Right now, one of the trends in ELT is that you know the goals for lesson, but you also explain to your students goals for a lesson. You give them something to look forward to. Yeah, it can be clickbait. Today we will learn something supernatural, yeah, and after lesson you will be able to say this, and this. But it's something that we share with students. Sometimes it can be make like just say it. Okay, after lesson you will be able to talk about this. Yeah, and I hope you will be able to revise this and this. So you learn new strategy today. So you can give different goals, but in games we have challenges. It's very simple, similar to other goals. Yeah, they can be big, they can be like bite size. Yeah, they can be in smaller portions, and we can see progression. Okay, board games. Okay, board games with children. Yeah, so I hope you will take this inspiration that you find in these games all this enjoyment that you receive from such games, and think about what you can propose to your students that would be transmitting such enjoyment. As it's hard to create games that you don't enjoy, but each of us has our own style in playing and our own preferences, and we can use it for other lessons, like our benefits. It doesn't mean like I'm telling you, I don't enjoy playing Alice. I'm very competitive and I don't enjoy it. But I understand that some elements I can take, or maybe I can find something interesting. And also, while you're writing, I will tell you a quick one. I recently seen The Devil's Plan. It's one of the TV shows on Netflix. There, the Koreans are playing games, and it's such big motivation, and so such abundance of ideas that we can use in lessons. I was looking like, okay, how I can implement it to the lessons. Some games are too complicated for teenagers and for young learners, but another one, this creating creating your own rules for games. It's so interesting. It gives you ideas. So take a look at this play shows. Yeah, that you can also like squeeze and find your own ideas. Okay, so a bit of theory for us to talk. Take a look. Gamification. It's one of the terms that we use in LT. Also, sometimes can be compared with game-based learning. They're a bit different. Can be a bit different if we're talking about how heavy we go for games. If it's only games, yes, it will be very hard-on game-based learning. But usually we try gamification. Yeah, we want elements from it. Okay, I will write it down and I will leave the link. I enjoy talking about what I've seen recently, and that's fine. Okay, I need to put it to everyone. But there are so many such shows where you can find ideas how to cooperate and look for collaboration. Take a look. I believe we learn more from shows like there are some competitions. Some of them physical. Yes, games can be physical and total physical response. It can be something that we can use in games. But for what we do, we look for cognitive games. We try to look for symbols, yes, and we try to use codes in our games. That's why it's more combined with ELT than just any other type of game. But elements we can take from any type of game. It's just like good motivation and source of ideas. So I want to ask you, how do you think, what two words I censored about learning outcomes? What other learning outcomes should be there? It's adjectives, very short one, you said, yeah? So gamification, game-based learning or play-based learning, different terms. Namely, all speaks about games and bringing some entertainment to the lessons. Refers to type of gameplay during the lesson. With what? With what types of outcomes? How do you think? Wild guesses. It's not like the main point. It's just for us to set some priorities right now about games and how they combine it. As if we just give our students Kahoot and tell them you need to play, they won't. Or they will be playing but making a lot of mistakes. They will have bad experience with it, and then it will be one of the last times when we've tried Kahoot with our students. So how do you think? What we need to do? What outcomes should be? Please use the chat. Rewarding. Oh, yes. Okay. Rewarding learning outcomes. Enjoyable. Okay. If we're talking about learning process, as I believe when we say games, it's always about, we will join something, it will be fun, yeah? But we need not to forget about that it should be dealing with education. Interesting, yes? Okay. Motivating for students, motivation, okay. But what about outcomes? How do you think? Interesting outcomes. Yes, unexpected. Oh, okay, Oksana, thank you. Thank you for saying this word. Obviously, clear. Yeah, clear outcomes. We need to set rules for any type of game. As we introduce some simulation or we introduce some new element to our lesson, we need to set outcomes, and they need to be clear for us to understand them, what we want to receive, and for our students to understand what they are doing. It's a new type, yeah, of communication that we introduce during the lesson, and sometimes it's hard for students to understand. Can we play the same as we play outside beyond the classroom? Yeah, or maybe it's okay to cheat or no? It's okay to help or no? What type of support you would ask each other, students, how to help each other? Yeah, useful. Yeah, but I would say clear and defined. Yes, so outcomes, it's the first what we want. If you think about adding game, you need to understand what outcome do you want. So types of games that you introduce to your lesson obviously need to be immediately connected to outcomes. We've taken this game, why? To boost other grammar knowledge, yes? To revise vocabulary. What outcome would be? It's okay for students to also understand it. Why you giving them a game? If it's something for self-study or for homework. If they play a game like a board game, they need to understand how to their route would be from beginning, from the start to the finish. Yes. So outcomes need to be understandable. What criteria of winning, yes, and what criteria of losing. It's important. Okay, I have one more challenging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sentence blocks. Try to win it over. Count how many you can guess. Okay, so if you're talking about English language as second language, yes, so we're learning it, what type of games we will try to include? We will propose digital and, how do you think, what type of games? Interactive, okay. Digital, they are interactive, yes, and digital ones, and digital, it's too much of digital, yeah. So, okay, computer, digital, it's computer, physical, okay, I see, paper-based. Okay, I will tell that Anna, the closest one right now. Yeah, paper-based, also very close. Okay, I can say here you can put plus for yourself. Okay, developed, illustrated, non-digital. Try to remember that not every time then we want to introduce something new to lesson, we need to take technology, yeah, and try to introduce online component. Sometimes the best games happens during the lesson. It can be just element that you introduce into your lesson and it starts to work. You just need to introduce some small bits, as most of lessons, if you take a look at the lesson planner, they are okay, they're interesting, and they are rewarding. We just need to add bits of games and they will be working. And that's why it's okay to go for non-digital games too. Just take some elements. I myself very fond of card games, playing with students, like to help them to take something, to feel something, and also to play. Or maybe it's just oral game. Yeah, we start a lesson and we play like names of other things. I don't know. Using alphabet and revising the things that are around us, or vocabulary that we learned previous lesson, and right now we are revising it. Yeah, so why not? Some digital games are also cool games, so don't forget them. Yeah. All of them will be interactive. Yeah. Interaction happens then we listen and we speak. Yeah. Then we read and we write. Yeah. Then we combine passive and active activities. Happens interaction. Yeah. Okay. What about next one? Other gears needs to be what? Easy to follow or hard to follow? Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Tatiana, taking two of them. Yes, easy to follow and well designed. It's really good that we think about who will be playing about this game, how people will play it, and include this people interest in other games, and to understand, is it working? Is it not? Yeah, maybe we will need to simplify a bit. As recently, Victoria and I been to a webinar about more practical about how to create games, board games, and there we heard such advice. Then we were creating our prototype. If you wanted to make it complicated, try to simplify it. Yeah, always good to go for easier one, as you can add something or some communication can happen naturally and be more complicated while playing. But the design, yes, and instructions need to be easier to follow. Okay, what we want from other games? Okay, yes, we want some language. Which language you want? That's we teach, or that's we have well a level. What do you think? That students know, or we hope them to learn. So games for revision or games to learn. Okay, stimulate. Thank you. Thank you. New language. Okay. Yes, it can be new language, but it's harder. It's much, much harder to learn new vocabulary. Most of games that ELT teachers are using that I've seen, they can introduce vocabulary, but in most types, we then use these games to revise. Yes, so it can be a game with two purposes. First of all, if it's a card game like Quizlet, we introduce new vocabulary and then we use it to revise. So obviously we are targeting learners language. Yeah, it's important to deal with vocabulary that they know, this grammar that they know or they are learning right now, and we will be revising it together. Yeah. Okay. What abilities we want to develop? Cognitive. Okay. Communicative. Good. If it's game, it gives us entertainment, but also what other skills it develops? One of my friends like to play game. There are zombies go after you each night, and they will try to hunt you. Very similar to Ukrainian situation right now. But the idea of the game that you learn each day how to survive. You learn how to survive. also very similar to what Ukrainians have right now. I'm speaking about it is it helps you to develop your critical thinking. Yeah, how to survive. You start to analyze situation around yourself. Yeah, and also it helps you. Obviously, corporative, communicative, or everything will be there, but it really boosts motivation of students if it gives them a challenge that deals with their cognitive abilities and also critical thinking. Okay. Oh, yes, thank you. Developing problem-solving skills. Yes, problem-solving skills. We give them challenge. They hope they will find a solution. If not, we will give them hints, yes, to help them to progress in the game. Yeah, but we are looking for them to develop their target vocabulary. They are learning it right now. Grammar, yeah, critical thinking, communication. Obviously, would be next. Yeah, and problem solving abilities. So it's very simple and close to what we are looking for from our lesson plan and every day. So we want this them to develop their language, critical thinking, and also deal with problem solving, and maybe learn how to be more autonomous. Yes. So we hope for engagement. Yes. And participation. If one word, it would be collaboration. Yes, we want to help our students to be part of our learning process and also being part of helping each other to learn. Right now, we are started to talk about mediation, and mediation is about providing support. Not only teacher providing support to our students to learn, but also student to student, yeah, helping each other to learn and help each other to understand the mechanics, yes, of playing games. Okay, I found a very interesting site. Victoria, please give us a link for it. How to introduce games in any type of your lessons. It's not only about English, it's about different type of lessons that we can have. It can be even physical education, it can be biology, any type. So you see, you can start somewhere like playful design. You can take the bits, like only the feel, the mood of we are playing in something. Yes, then we can go for gamification, and here we will stop at this level. As today we will be talking about game elements that we can take to our lessons. But you see, we can progress talking about simulation. We're talking about introducing games. Some of them can be casual, some of them can be serious, and then total game-based learning. We give our students Minecraft. Minecraft. Sorry, one of the famous fun, and I forgot the title. So I'm talking about such game. Then you can learn a lot of skills there. How to build, how to communicate. You only do that in the game. I've seen, yes, Roblox, Minecraft. Yeah, you can be inside the game and have your lesson. Yeah, all together you are registered and you play there. Yeah, then you have everything. But you see, entertainment would be the last. And we try to be in balance. We need education, we need our learning, and help our students to remember that they've developed language skills together with us. And entertainment can take more and more of time during the lesson, and students can forget that they are learning something. They would be just chatting and not learning anything. That's why I'm telling you, today we are stopping at the gamification. We only want elements, and for the basic lessons, yes. Oh, no, it will be total mess. I've seen these lessons inside the Minecraft, and I can say it's a challenge. It's a new type of challenge for teachers to ever try something like that. But I believe we need to understand that we can go more for games. We can find more serious approaches and go deeper. But today I want to step at this level of gamification. Yes, very hard one. Okay, first of all, we will be talking about structural gamification. So the taking elements and adding to our lessons, or another type of gamification that we can find, it's content gamification. Then you try to change what you are learning. You add stories to it, use much more storytelling, just for the sake of adding gamification components to your lesson. It's another approach. It's a bit closer to simulation, to a serious game, but still, we start at the structural elements. We are looking at our lesson plan and thinking, okay, I can introduce this, and this. And then if you feel like you have interest in topic, you want to talk about more, maybe you need content gamification. And if it's hard, some topics are too hard for teenagers to be immersed in them, some elements can help on the structure, but you can dive deeper into the content too. Okay, features of gamifications. What we will take, it's one of the best guides that I've seen. What to take. First of all, we take goals. We have goals. Yeah, for lessons, we can make them closer to how we learn what goals in the game. Okay, I will give you a goal as a teacher. Today, we will learn 3 words. Learn 3 words. Yes, only 3 words we will learn. How to make it as a goal in a game. How do you think? Learn 3 words. How do you introduce this goal to students? As usually in a game, if you play, you know that goals don't start with the word learn. Yeah? They tell you to go somewhere and find something. Yes? You need to do some activity before you receive your prize. Yeah, your rewards that you need to learn. Okay, it can be find 3 words during the lesson. Yes, we tell what to find and then to find. Yeah, we can be specified about what to learn for specific page. Yes, but goal need to be about that. Not as how we explain to ourselves as teachers what goes for the lesson, but more practical one, easier for students to follow and understand where and what find. Find one of the best words that help students to understand what they will be doing as a game. Find this, find out, yeah? Find out something about your peers. Ask them questions about this and this. Find out, yes? Find. It's already give you this mystic approach, yes? Secrets. There are some secrets, and people look at secrets when we play games. So badges for achievement. Some teachers in primary school use stars, hearts, some thumbs ups, any type of achievements. They need to receive some elements. I'm not telling you to take everything of these features to your lesson. Just pick up 3. Yeah, I told you, for students, find 3 things that you will take for the next lesson. It's one of the approaches that we can use to our teaching as playing games, gamification of teaching. Yeah. Next one, progress bars and leaderboards. Tell me, do you use the leaderboards for your lessons? Like not every day, but sometimes. Introduce or no? Pluses, minuses for fast to understand. Leaderboards. Minuses. I myself not a big fan of them. I know that they very quick lead to the very strong competition between students. But I'm more for progress bars. Yes, like drawing a bar for a lesson, or like take a look. Today we will do this one. We will learn new words. Then we will progress here and here. Try to recall YouTube. Then you watch a video, you see progress bar. Yeah, you see time of video that you can watch. The same sometimes helps for lesson. Then your students understand. We will do this, and this. You have progress bars as lesson planning. Yeah, you have your own progress bars. But if you be more clear and transparent with your students and show them progress bars for lessons, it also would be helpful. Also, progress bars can be for projects. Yes, if you discuss how to make some project, progress bar would be one of the best ideas. Steps, as it provides you with steps. Yes, leaderboards. It's something that most of digital games propose us to follow or not, but they propose leaderboards as it's like you start to see that you compete with real people. And the element of digital playing that is very important to understand. You're not playing against the program. You're playing against the people. That's why leaderboards are very good. Then you introduce digital games. That's why Kahoot using leaderboards often. But if it's during the lesson or if it's a follow-along usage for lesson, I believe no. It's better to leave them only for digital playing. There, it's helpful, and it's not so helpful for lessons online and offline. Okay, then rules. We set rules. I know that primary school, they draw their posters with rules that they will follow. If it's a new group for you, maybe it's a good idea to set priorities with your classroom, what you will be doing. Yes, we will respect each other, we will help each other. We are not friends. Yeah, we are collaborators. Set some rules. We will speak to each other when we feel like speaking. Yes, you can set some rules. You can discuss what students want to include, what they don't want to include. Them being part of decision makers for your lessons, and also them taking responsibility for what rules they introduce. So rules are good, and it's interesting element of games that we can use as teachers. Not every time it will be working, but if you have some rules put in the stone or in paper, it's easier to tell your students, remember we decided to be supportive. Yes, remember we decided that we will be listening to each other. Yes, and at least writing down homework. Yeah, something like that. Being more respectful in a sense of cooperation. Okay, levels, interesting element. Yeah, like it's also progress bar, but for students, like you can level up. They have such system in other learning system. Yes, grades have levels, but also your units, they are levels, and you can introduce like that we go for different levels. Each time we learn new topic, it's a new level for you. You learn something new. For students to see learning process as a system, not to see like separated elements. Yes, like okay, today we have reading, tomorrow we have grammar lesson. No, they see it's like a system, and they start to introduce it like okay, so it's levels. Maybe it's a hard one. It's hard to beat this boss to write an essay about traveling all my summer, but it's level. I want to progress, and that's why I will beat this level. Yes, it's like you meet the final boss of the writing essay, but still it's the level. And some approach is a level is a game learning can help the students to understand that they're going forward. They are not stopping. They don't feel like they don't end studying English. They see that it's a progress, it's a training. You go through levels, you become better. Maybe you take in less than other students. Maybe you take in more, but you're progressing. That's why levels are a cool idea. And I've seen several interesting games that right now are introducing. One of them is words and monsters. There you can use titles for your students. Then they progress. They solve some English language problems, and they progress and they receive new titles. So it's also levels. Yes. Well, that's why we want to give such to students the feeling of progression, but also rewards. Okay, tell me, do you give your students second chances to do activities? Pluses, minuses, second chances. Try it again. Yeah. Yes, obviously. We do it a lot. We tell our students, you need more practice, practice more. Yes, second chances. It's like lives. Sometimes we give lives to our students, like, you can try it 5 times before submitting. Or you write in something, you check your text, and then you give it to me for check, and it's your second chance already that you've used. Yeah, so try to tell them that it's not repetition, like, more work I need to do. It's your second chance. Yeah, try it again. Try it more. And also points, a good idea. Have a system for secondary education using points. Yes, they have how to receive. Yes, they receive points. Higher education use points and letters. Yes, but second chances is a good idea if not a test. Yes, test it's a like final boss. But what we want to do, we want to introduce second chances. It's interesting approach. It just you know that people play games and you tell them, okay, it's your levels, it's your second chances. They're already more motivated to play this game. They begin to see their process of learning as an entity, and they start to understand that you're on their side. Yeah, you're giving them ability to progress, and you give them second chances. You give them rewards. You show them progressions. Yes, that's why games are so interesting right now for us as gamification, as they are very transparent about how you will be progressing in your process of learning something new, learning about new word, learning some customs, or maybe it will be learning language only, but it's easy to follow and it's well designed. That's why we are picking elements from games and using it gamification. Storytelling, plotting, I will show you how we using it. Yes, characters can be students or role plays. I've seen several videos about how teachers introduce role playing, and one of them I really enjoyed it. As teachers were using real person names and given roles, and like asked students to play and speak in this role. Yes, obviously it needs to be related to the culture, but I don't know how you feel about politics right now. I believe if we ask students to speak as a president who is learning English right now too, yes, or maybe to speak as Kuleba, yeah, or other people that we hear speaking English right now, Ukrainians, maybe it will be easier for us to pick up the role models for ourselves and also to role play. So it's one of the interesting ideas and features that we can take to the games. Choices. I told you choices are important, and I've given you already one of the choice to choose the topics of the next discussion. I hope you understand. I'm really proactive in providing people with choices. I believe it's important. And I hope you provide choices for activities too. Sometimes to give more challenging activity to provide a choice for students to understand. They have a choice. But at the end, they need to answer only one question. Why? Or how? How it have been done? Why you decided to do like that? Why this choice? Yes. But sometimes students can be shy, especially if you're talking about teenagers. We need to understand. Sometimes individual projects are better for students than to do it as a group. Sometimes group projects can be more interesting. We provide choices and let our students take responsibility. Yeah, it's not like we're giving them freedom. We're giving them responsibility for their choices. Yes, if they choose something that is harder, it's their responsibility to do that. Yeah, and also maybe to tell us how they've done it. Okay, and next one, competition. Competition, collaboration, and also challenges. Challenges are important. This competition, I'm in 2 months always to introduce this element to lessons, as it quick becomes toxic. I know it's very complicated topic to talk, and I will share with you my ideas about it. But I believe what we want, collaboration. In most cases, what we want from our students to introduce collaboration, and sometimes I use randomizer for students to find who their speaking partner would be. Yeah? So it's also type of how to introduce communication in different groups. As students try to stick to people that we find comfortable to communicate. It's okay. All people are like that, but we can be a bit smarter and help our students to find topics to discuss with any type of student, any type of person, and to boost their motivation to learn, as they will be able to have some communication with any type of person. And also, obviously, time. Do you introduce time to your lessons? Do you use some timers? Do you tell your students that they need to read quicker, or maybe they need to do activity quicker, or set some limits for them? Time limits? Tell me, pluses, minuses. Time. As other lessons usually time driven. Yeah, today I'm taking a lot of your time, I believe. But I find it very interesting and important topic to discuss. Yeah. So yes, time, obviously. Then we introduce time. It's also the type of game. It's a bit of short-lived. Yeah. Yes, we have some time for activity, but it also give you additional challenge, and it can be interesting. I hate games that introduce time. I often lose in such games, but it also helps me to think about it, to find some new solutions quicker. And I told you, TV shows that show you how to play games and introduce them that often use time, as it really can find something new in people, like give you additional stress, but give you additional push to show more abilities, to find some inner inspiration to do it. Yeah. Okay, so please find 3 things that you will take for your lessons at gamification. I told you, find. Yeah, find. It's important. But also remember that different people play your games, and I want to remind you about Bartle's player types. I've discussed it several times for primary school, for adults, and today I will be talking about teenagers. We have 4 people, according to this taxonomy, who play in games. First of all, it's achievers. What they want to collect something, when they want to achieve something, they want some rewards. That's why we are helping them while they're playing games to collect something like rewards. There are people who are playing dirty. They're killers. They want to win. They want leaderboards. Yeah, first type we give collections. For second type, for killers, we try to remember that they can play dirty. Some people do like that. They want ranks. They want to see leaderboards. They will ask how to win. They will only be driven by victory. And it's also people, some of us like that. It's okay. It's just that we need to remember that if you put in a group a lot of such students, it will be very toxic competition. That's why we need to combine them with achievers, for example. Yes, and achievers will help killers to find something more to the game. And it's not like all people are only one type of thing. We just have our style of playing. And some people enjoy collecting. Some people enjoy having ranks and beat other people while playing. That's why we try to look for entertainment for each of them, but also trying to correct model behavior. That's why if you have students who play dirty, try to combine them to groups who are playing in other style. Okay, others, it's explorers. Oh, it's the best one. They want to learn more about mechanics. They want to learn about what's around them, what such people want. They want secrets. Yes, I told you, if you tell some people, find something, it's already like a secret. You're looking for something. That's why some people who are collecting can be combined with people who are looking for secrets. It's really easy to remember that not always we need to introduce leaderboard. Sometimes, if it's given some secret, let's say, mood of discovering secrets. It's not like the biggest secrets of this world, but still, some secrets inside your game, it will be working. Inside your lesson, it also will be working, as it's one of the game types that you can introduce. And also, people play games to find friends. It's also one of the approach how to play games. What's your style? What do you want from games? And what's your student style? Let's write two. I will tell you that I play sorry to tell, but I play like a killer of one trunks. And also, my students, most of them enjoy secrets. So for me, I work with these two types. I myself more about beating other people when I'm playing, but my students more about secrets. What's about you? Okay, secrets. Olha, thank you. Secrets. Secrets, okay. Yeah, I know there are a lot of people who enjoy secrets. Yes, in France, yes, the best game caters to any type of player. Yeah, provide bits for everyone. Yeah, and teach them not to be toxic. Okay. Yeah, playing secrets collections. Yes, I will leave you, and I will leave this presentation for you. I believe it's like a big topic, and some ideas can be interesting for you to revise later. Such scheme. What activities we should give our students for each type, like rating, collecting, curating, challenging, comparing. Yes, helping. Then we're talking about people who look for friends. Yeah. Sharing something together, choosing, yeah, for people who want secrets. So it's only like what that can start your activity. What do you need to do? Learning outcome. What people need to do? You telling them like you need to collect this and this. Fun rewards. Yeah. Okay. A quick start guide for introducing it. And sometimes game stick like they stay standalone from lessons to standalone from games that we give our students. It's a better approach to gamification. The best approach is when we try to introduce it during the lesson. We model how to play. We play around, and then only then we give our students ability to play games themselves. Yeah, they need to achieve it. Yes. One of the most interesting things for people to invest their time is when they achieve something, and like you given them right to do next step, next level only after beating this level. Yeah, like okay, you are good in at speaking, but before that you do reading. Yeah, levels. Of activities that we propose. The same with the games. You do some activities at the classroom, and then you give something at home to do at home, but students need to achieve it. Yeah, ability to do something at home. They need to appreciate homework. It's I can do it at home. Our teacher showed how to play some game. Okay, we will play it alone or in study groups if you introduce such approach to homework. Recently, we discussed it study group interesting approach to how to help students to do homework themselves without parents. Okay, first step is we try to find out what our students need. Yeah, their needs, what to improve. Yeah. Next one, after answering this question, we choose a story or narrative, how we will introduce this topic. We take a look at other unit. We see, okay, it's a story about history personas. Yeah, our game will be also about historical personas. Okay, if we're speaking in the classroom about international ones, in a game we will play about Ukrainians. So try to combine, try to find your narrative, try to find your story. Sometimes story is that we are Ukrainians. It's already a big one story. Yeah. Then we need to decide results. what will be outcomes? I told you, outcomes very quickly help you to decide what type of game you will be playing. Also, then you start the rules and how to behave, and how to achieve this progress. What will be done. Also, it's all dealing with rules and game progress bars that we follow. Next one, it's we implement it with enthusiasm. We explain it like that. Okay, what do you enjoy to play? I enjoy to play this one. Let's try. I will help you. I will tell you some hints how to win and how not to lose. Yeah, but I will tell you there are some secrets about it. Give, let's say like that. Sell the game to your students. They need to want it before they start playing. If just okay, we are opening Kahoot and doing some vocabulary, most of students would be feeling like, okay, it's too much. It's some activity that we're doing but for the sake of doing. But if you tell them, okay, this Kahoot is like no other one. I've put a lot of ideas there, and there are some funny questions and some complicated questions, and it will be hard for you to beat them. You set priorities. You tell your students that, yeah, it's okay, it will be hard. Be prepared. But it also will be showing your students that this game is like no other. It's created for them. Yes, and also I often, if I use games with my students, I often tell them this is game that I've created. You need to understand that I've taken time and I've created it for you. Yeah, and the game that caters to your needs is one of the best games. Okay, I've mentioned competitions, and I hope you will take a look at this article. I believe it's one of the important ones. I can say one of the best that I've created after researching some topic, competitions about toxin and healthy competition. How to introduce healthy competition? It's hard. I know it's hard to introduce. It's quickly go wrong and go toxic. Some bullying can happen after games. That's why we need to be very very conscious about introducing games, yes, and competition to students. But still, they need to be transparent, and it's okay to discuss rules that we want this, and we don't want this. Yeah. We need to set some limits for our students for that to be healthy competition. And I used it in this article. You can find it on our site. Thank you, Victoria, for giving us the link. And while we're speaking about our site, they have a lot of board games. I hope some of you seen them. Maybe some of you haven't seen. I will show you my favorite one. I really enjoy it, and I've tried it to play with adults and with teenagers, and it's really helpful one as it deals with real world content. It's about live well, study well. Take a look. It's an easy game. You have start, you have finish. You see people like characters that will be moving. Yeah, so very understandable game. You have the rules that you need to follow in this game, and it's just one list, but you see all the components that you need, and it gives you tasks. You see the situations, and you have a task. You need to read situation and answer the question. Why this situation is a bad habit? How we make other people suffer from behaving like that? How to improve situation? Yeah, it's elements that will be helping students to have a discussions. Yeah, but also how to judge it. Always when we talk about games, it's how to judge that we can progress. The rule is like that. If it's grammar, okay, and other people saying it's a good advice, you can progress. Yeah, so it can be board games. It's easy one. I told you, digital games. It's not always a solution. You can create your own game. Just looking at what needs of your students, what topics you want to cover. You want to discuss it more, you want to give them more activities for critical thinking. Okay, it can be a board game. It can be online right now, but it can be also printed game. They can use not only coin, they can use spinner. They can take steps in the game, but start finish is one of the basic games that any type of teacher can create. Novice teacher with experience, just dive deeper in the topic that you want to discuss with your students, and you will find a lot of interesting ideas that your students can discuss. So, you start game with outcomes, what you want your students to do. Yeah. Another type of games we created is linguist. I want to show you that narrative works and storytelling works. The first type of game here, it's we need to learn words and revise them. Someone, anywhere, everyone, yeah. And we introduced it like that. It's a story. We woke up in the abandoned house, yeah. And then we give the feeling of it's scary. It's a word wall game if you can't recognize it from the design, but it's a preset. You have this picture already given to you, and you can just put elements like phrases that you want your students to fill in gaps inside. But take a look. Second game will be also about this place. What ghosts they do? They are strict hosts. What they're doing, what they're asking us to follow some rules. Try to use it as a like introduction element. Use your grammar rules to introduce and be inside your game. Like what variant we need to use? Tell me. So or because. Then we're talking about results of action. What we will take. So or because. What other hosts would want. So, yeah, completely so, yes. But the next one would be about because and so, because you understand. We will be playing about that. We will be checking grammar, revising it. But the story would be giving you content that will be pushing students to remember this. As something scary will be up to them if they won't follow these two rules, like owners of this abandoned place. So yeah, you can use the storytelling if you're giving your students several games, like find favorite character. Follow it. Take the approaches that primary school proposed you. That narrative and storytelling works better with any type of activity that we do, like links. Try to remember that comedians do like that. One joke about something can be funny, but not so much. Second joke can be giving you more, but the third joke, it will be the laugh of the day just because you several times used the same topic and given it time to develop. Yes, but this same approach we've taken with games. Narrative is important. Okay, I know this is favorite. I believe most of people who are today want to say something about what they are using. I've seen people choosing Kahoot. Please tell me what you are using. I will show you. I put a lot. So Bamboozle, Kahoot. Yeah, I believe most of us know Bamboozle competitive activities. Kahoot also competitions. Yes, learning apps. The best for writing. I've seen the best activities. What I have written, learning. Sorry for making mistake. Quiz, yes, Quizlet. I myself created a lot of Quizlets, so that Linguist right now is using Victoria too. Word wall. We've used it often. If you take a look at our Anush courses, it's Quizlet and word wall. Okay. Bamboozle. Do you know about Pigstone? No? It's to create your own comics. I've seen it's an interesting approach. I'm learning how to use it right now. I wanted to introduce it to you. Okay, tell me, do you have these people who use Slido for lessons? Slido can give you quizzes, and they will be working much better. They're really visual. So, oh, sorry. I propose you to choose which of them we should create a guide. Oh, Anna, I want to have a discussion with you. Please write to my email about your experience with Lighto. I want to listen to stories about people using it. If you're using Mentimeter, it's similar to Slido. Please tell me more. I right now picking up story how people using it. Yeah. Okay. So look for activities. But tell me, do we need a guide to several of them? And which guide we will create? I believe one or two, it's not answer garden. Okay, thank you. Yes, introduce your own too. It's not, it's just me quickly writing down the type of activities that I know and platforms. Okay. Okay. Word wall, or we have winners as word wall and Kahoot. I just want to emphasize the last one, that we need to remember about students' perspectives of us using digital activities. Some students, I found recent research about it of Eri Kahara. Sorry, Hirata, Eri Hirata. And there are some comments of students using apps for learning and also playing games. And obviously there are some good reviews about it, but also I want to discuss negative ones with you. I will leave you a link with your certificates to take a look at it more. But I want to emphasize why people have negative experiences with playing games if we're talking about learning something. Take a look. I've used an e-learning app to memorize vocabulary, but felt it's not effective. Yeah. One of the reasons is that app is too difficult to use. Yeah. We right now trying to develop our ability. Yeah. To use a lot of different technology. We use different gadgets and we try to introduce it to a lot of other activities in the classroom, beyond the classroom, and sometimes enough is enough. If it's too difficult, you need to model it with your students. Ask your students how they feel about using WordWall, how they feel about using learning apps. Yeah, the folder is empty as I will be filling it today. I told you after webinar. Certificates and all materials will be there. So right now, Victoria giving you a link for you just to follow it if you don't have patience. Like just 1 hour and I will be adding materials there. If you have patience, you will wait for your certificates to be sent to you next day. So I'm speaking about that. Ask your students about their opinions about using apps and digital materials. Is it okay? They understand how WordWall is working. They understand the games that you propose to them. What's their reviews? What is working for them? What is not? Kahoot. Some people enjoy Kahoot. For some people, it's too quick. You need to slow it down. Maybe it's a good idea to model it several times even during your class for students want to use it for self-study. That's why some people would say it's difficult. I don't want to use it. It's not okay. I'm not enjoying it. Yeah. And another one, take a look. It's about Quizlet and people trying to memorize only words but for the quiz. Yeah. If you know your students, if you have such discussions, it's really okay to use the digital materials, but if you just cramming them with a lot of digital games that right now we have around us, some of them won't be working, and some of games needs to be modeled. So take a look. This about Quizlet. Yes, we need to remember that target vocabulary need to be introduced in Quizlet, but also activities need to follow your needs in the classroom, not give just bits. Yes. If it's too much, create 2 separate games for 1 unit, but help your students to learn all the words that we need to cover for your learning process, not just some bits that they know, oh, it will appear on Quizlet 1 more time, or I've seen it, this is in the cards, but some vocabulary that we've learned? No. If you see during the lesson that students who don't know somewhat, add to the Quizlet, add to it. Even if you already have a preset, you can add to such cards, new cards, and it will be much more helpful for your students than just they will learn bits of vocabulary and feel like they are learning only that, and it's enough. Yeah. When we play, there are a lot of cheaters. Yeah. That's why different types of games, not only Quizlet, need to be introduced. Sometimes it can be a game like we just use an alphabet to revise vocabulary that we've learned. Yeah. Okay. And I believe two good news that I need to share with you. One of them is that you see we are having webinar very early this month, just for the sake of meeting one more time with you for primary. Yes, it's endless. Sorry, Ludmila, it's endless. I will stop in never, I believe. Or maybe in 5 minutes. So I want to introduce you to a presentation of Imagine second for Ukraine. It will be in 15 days. So stay tuned and pay attention to our social media. And also, I want to mention that very soon we will be meeting not only with Diana Golovany, who's the editor-in-chief for our news department, but also with 3 awesome people from NGL International. And as you can see, we will be meeting Alex and also Ellie and Sonia only at the beginning of December. So you will have a link to this conference. I hope to meet you there too. Oh, 2 good opportunities to meet each other one more time. And I want to show you this video. If you need to go, you can watch it in recorded. I want to emphasize that some things from beyond the classroom can be part of your learning process too. And it's about Alex and his introduction to Stress Awareness Week. Take a look. It's just like a small teaser for you to see that one of the other speakers, very profound green hands, yes, and enjoy gardening and grows the best cucumbers and tomatoes. So if you would come for webinar, it's okay to ask Alex about his gardening hobby too. Yeah. Not only me talking about my hobby of playing games together with you. Okay, your certificates will be sent to you tomorrow. Yeah. If you need to contact me, please use my email, Irina Malarova at linguist.ua. Yeah. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for taking this time. Yeah. To be with us and having this conversation about gamification. I hope you've chosen an interesting topic for next time. I still haven't seen it, as I can only see it after finishing this webinar. It's like a new level for me each time. I hope you will find this evening safe, yeah, and you would stay safe for next opportunities of learning and meeting with the teaching community. So stay tuned. Yeah. See ya. Oh, it's Allah's stuff. Okay, I see a question about books. If you're looking for C2, please use my email. Just send me something like hi. And I will give you examples. We have C2 level, it's just that not every series provide you this proficient level. Most books stop at the level of C1. I will show you something, just give me opportunity, okay? So thank you for today. I hope you enjoyed and you find opportunities to introduce gamification to your lessons, yeah? See you next time. Bye.